Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Stay, this is Coloring Bliss, and today we're going to talk about another one of those essential art tools that I think every art studio and every home needs. Today we're going to talk about something that might surprise you a little bit. It's this little guy right here. He's a utility knife, or sometimes called a box opener. I love this guy. I use him a lot in my art studio. I'm going to talk about the features of this particular box knife that I like so much. And we're going to talk about two different ways that I use this little guy here in my art studio. So there'll be links in the video description to this tool. It's available on Amazon if you're interested. And let's get started talking about this utility knife. This is the WORKPRO utility knife, and I've had it for several years now, and I really like it. It works really well, and it is another one of those tools that my kids come and steal out of my drawer quite often, so that's how I know it's a good little tool that every family needs. Now, when I was searching for a good utility knife, there were a few things I wanted in a knife like this. One is the blades. Now, the blades on this guy look like this, and you can take it open and pull out the blade. This is the blade right here, and it's an awesome little blade. It works really well. It's nice and sharp. The ones it came with work really well, but you can buy replacement blades, and it's just a standard box cutter blade. So you can purchase these types of blades in bulk on Amazon. For $6.99 you can get 50 replacement blades, or you can purchase the blades just at your local hardware store. So that was really important to me. I wanted a good knife with a blade that I could replace, because I wanted to be able to use the knife a lot and not feel like, oh no, I'm using up my blades too fast. So that was one reason I picked the WORKPRO. I think it's a really good knife for that. Now, another reason I picked this particular model was because it has storage in it for additional blades, and for that it's this little button right here, and you push it and it flips open and it will hold 5 blades. So when you purchase this, you get 1 blade here in the working end of the utility knife, and you get an additional 5 blades that go here. So you don't need to buy replacement blades for quite a long time, especially if you use it as lightly as I use it. I'm not opening like 50 boxes a day, or using the blade multiple times on heavy, hard things. So my blades last a long time, and they fit right here, so I don't have to go searching for my replacement blades when I need them until I run out, which I'm close. I'm almost out of blades now after having this for so many years. So it's time for me to buy my replacement blade package. But isn't that handy how that sits right there and you've got your blades? Now, the way you close this knife is probably the one thing that I really don't like about this knife. Now, it's cut ergonomically so it holds nice and comfortably in your hand, but to close it you have to push this little lever right here. You push it and then that releases the blade, but if you see, when you're pushing it, your hand is right in the way. So once you get the blade started, you have to move your hand out of the way, and then it can close safely and you don't have to worry about cutting anything. It's very secure. Has a little clip back here, so if you want to clip it to a pencil case or to your pocket, you can do that. And there's one other feature that sold me on this particular model right here, and that is this right here. This is a thumb rest, and I love it. It protects me. It gives me a really solid, stable way to hold this, so I know that none of my fingers or hands or anything is in its way as I'm working with this knife. So I just love that little thumb rest. That was well worth the purchase alone, was the thumb rest. But despite all the other really cool things that come with this knife, the thumb rest is my favorite part of it. So I wanted to show you another, this is my son's, this one's by Milwaukee. He said he bought this for about $10 at our local hardware store, and it opens really easy too. You push the button and out comes the blade. There it is. It's easy to switch out and change, and I believe this one has the spare blades inside of it as well. Let me see if I can, oh yeah, right here it holds some spare blades. So there are different versions of this one. This one doesn't have a really good thumb rest, but it has a nice grippy part here, and it's also very ergonomic. So that's the kind of things I would look for if you're going to buy one of these tools, is storage for extra blades, easy to open and close, and a very ergonomic, easy to hold in your hands so you don't hurt yourself kind of setup. All right, so let's talk about the two ways that I use this little knife in my art studio. And the first, well, there's probably lots more than two. Obviously, I use it to open up packages and boxes, and it works really great for that. But I also use it a lot here in my art studio for cutting paper. Now, to use this tool for cutting paper, you just need a few things. One is a surface that you can cut with a blade on. This surface here is a glass mat that I've purchased, and I love it. It works really good for this purpose. But they have those self-healing mats and different kinds of cutting surfaces, so that's the first thing that you need. The second thing you need is some sort of steel edge so that you can pull the blade across. This one here is one that I have. It's just a T, which actually works really good. You can line it up and you can get your cuts going just by following the edge of the T, and it works really well. Let's see if that cut in one pass. I don't know if it did. It did. This is some heavy cardstock, so I was kind of surprised that it cut in one pass. But there you go. It cut that paper really easy. This is another type of ruler. You can just buy a metal ruler. That works really good too. You don't need one of these big heavy T's. And the way I like to do it is I line it up on the grid of my cutting mat, my glass mat, and then I can hold this right where I want it. Make sure your fingers are well back, and then you can just cut right along the edge, and it's really fast, and it doesn't hurt the surface because you've already prepped your surface with something that you can use with blades. So that's one way I use my awesome utility knife here in the art studio. Now, another way I use my utility knife in the studio is for sharpening a certain kind of pencil. I have pastel pencils. Now, that's an actual pencil that has pastel in the center, not that they are pastel colors. So it's kind of like a chalk that is in the center of these pencils. I can sharpen them with my little comb, but I find that I break the pastel product more than I don't. So they actually work better if you sharpen them up. They look like this once they're sharpened. They're beautiful, I think, when they're sharpened like this. I have a couple here that need sharpening. These are the Faber-Castell Pit Pastel pencils, so I can demonstrate how this works. And I am not a pro at this, but I will show you to the best of my ability how I do it. You can watch YouTube videos where they show this, how it's done, and it's pretty amazing how like someone who has done this a ton can do it. So this is where the thumb rest comes in really handy, so I make sure I'm holding the knife correctly with the thumb rest and my fingers are out of the way, and then you can start chiseling away at the wood around it. I'm just going to move this dish, it's in the way. And you just chisel it away until you start revealing the chalk pastel in the center. And of course you can sharpen a standard pencil this way too. So if you found that you really don't like pencil sharpeners and you would like to try something a little bit more hands-on to get your pencils sharpened the way you want, then I recommend you try a utility knife like this. You just go all the way around. You can get it really cleaned off, and you can get it to a nice sharp point too if you keep going, but I'm going to leave it there. I like my pastel pencils a little dull like this because I use them in backgrounds and in big areas, so I just want a lot of the product exposed, and it's ready to start coloring. So that's the second way that I use my WORKPRO utility knife. Alright, that brings us to the end of this essential art tool video, and hopefully I've opened your eyes to the possibilities of the humble but very mighty utility knife. There are links in the video description that will take you to this exact knife in case you'd like to purchase it. It also has a link there to some replacement blades so that you'll never be without a sharp blade in your WORKPRO utility knife. I'd like to mention that I am not sponsored by WORKPRO. I purchased this with my own money and just have found it to be an essential art tool that I wanted to share with you. So hopefully you've enjoyed this little video. Make sure you hit the thumbs up to let me know you like this kind of content. And also, if you could help me out, we're trying to reach 100,000 subscribers and I need your help. Just hit that little subscribe button. We are so close, and I so appreciate all the support that I'm getting from all of you out here in our beautiful art community. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, colorful, blissful day. Have fun with your utility knife.